CPI just came out for the previous month, and there's a lot to break down in here. There's some emotions that I have going on, but let's start with the Bureau of Labor Statistics report. First thing I see here. Okay, let's see. Let's just read the report. Actually, we just read these headlines first. Inflation picks up again in June, rising 2.7% on an annual rate. Here we go. People eye tariffs, increased costs, yada yada. I think people are missing the point here. Actually, let's go and look at the Fed Watch tool while we're here. So let me refresh the screen just to see if it changed in the past couple of minutes. Let's see. No, it has not. 97.4%. So the next meeting is July 30th. So it's 15 days away from now. And there is a 97.4% chance. No surprise, it increased. Yesterday, if you look at this, it was 93.8% chance. Today, it's now 97.4% chance that we hold the current rates. Inflation goes up. Market thinks that we're not going to cut interest rates anymore. Therefore, we're going to stay the same at 4.25 to 4.5%. Now, let's go and look at the breakdown here. So, of course, these numbers strip out the food and energy because those are the most volatile. I have my thoughts on that. What should I say first? That's the question. Let's look at this first. So if we look at this, comparing May to June, and then this is the overall over the last 12 months. Food increased overall 0.3%. Okay. Energy increased 2%, basically. I'm just going to use whole numbers, 2%. Gasoline increased significantly. Electricity, about the same. Gas services, they increased about 1.5%. New vehicles, let's see. Medical commodities went down. Medical care services went up just under 0.5%. What else do we have? Where's that apparel number? Apparel went up about 0.8% from month to month. So let me ask you a question, and feel free to type it in the comments. Do you feel that inflation is 2%? Do you feel that inflation is 2.7%, 3%? Because I sure as hell don't. Here's what's going on out there. We have these media members with their big think tanks from Columbia and Harvard and this and that say where things are going. Let me tell you something. Where we're at right now and where people are struggling, and I go to the grocery store and I buy 6 things and it's $100. Inflation isn't 2 and 3%. So they can say whatever bullshit they want about inflation being 2 to 3%. I don't care, and neither should you. CPI is nonsense. I'm not even sure if these numbers are true. What the hell do I care? And what do the majority of Americans care? That medical services are up for this is where a lot of the gain was, 0.4%. You know what they care about? They care about gasoline going up 2%. That's what they care about. But of course, we strip that out. When you have food items that are increasing, we strip that out. Why? Because all they want to say is their fancy 2% number. You have Jerome Powell out there saying our goal is to get to 2%. Who the hell cares what the inflation number is from the CPI? If you go to the grocery store or you put gasoline in your car, there's 2 things that matter here the most when it comes to all of this. Getting to work, driving your car around, doing stuff in your car, gasoline, and putting food on your table, both of which they strip out to say this nonsense bullshit number of 2 to 3%. It's total garbage. You want to start controlling inflation in this country? You want to start helping Americans in this country? Start drilling for oil. You have all these leftist wackos out there in California that are saying, oh, we can't drill for oil. It's going to mess. It's not good for the environment. Oh, but it's okay to have the blood money from oil from Saudi Arabia coming in all the time on these big tankers. But God forbid we go and start drilling for oil in California. Oh, we don't want to mess up the landscape and the view that Oprah has and the view that picketing wacko Jane Fonda has. That's the big problem out there, right? Huh? If you want to start controlling these prices, because what does that do? What do lower oil prices do? They bring down shipping. What's shipping right now? Crazy. What happens if these food companies and grocery stores and yada, yada don't need to pay for all of that? What happens? Prices come down. Nobody's talking about the real issues. They're going out there and saying medical services are up. Let's go to this one. Trump tariffs increases. Let me tell you something. This is nonsense. Whether it's trade or tariffs or this or that, this is a drop in the bucket. Nobody's focusing on the real thing. They're duping you. Does it matter? Yeah, it's all part of the pie. It's all a part of the ingredients in the pie, but it's not the main driver of this. This is media nonsense. This lady, Allie Canal, probably wrote this stupid article on how Trump's tariffs are destroying the United States and prices are going up and apparel rose 4%. Don't buy clothes that month. I almost swore really bad. Pretty simple. Don't buy clothes that month. I don't know anybody that needs to go and buy clothes. Footwear saw a 0.7% increase. Don't buy shoes that month. Is it really that difficult? You start bringing down the price of oil, what happens? You start fracking, what happens? That's when you start bringing things down. You want lower prices in this country? Start drilling. That's what you need to do. Get rid of these hippies from California that are the most hypocritical bastards that you will ever see. Ever. They will be out there saying, no, we can't drill because it's bad for the environment. And screw those Saudi Arabians, their blood money, and this and that. It just pisses me off when I talk about the Live Golf Tour. All these players went and started taking all this blood money. Oh, but it's fine. Let's not drill here. Let's just take all the oil from Saudi Arabia. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. It's only when the golfers go over there and we want to talk about Jamal Khashoggi and this and that. But the oil, don't worry about that. We'd rather not drill in the United States. We'd rather keep those prices up because we're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So let's use our celebrity to stop all of that. It's total nonsense. It's absolutely total nonsense. So if you want to bring down inflation prices, you know what bothers me about this? A lot of things bother me about this, clearly. All of this CPI stuff is nonsense. This is the same thing as companies reporting quarterly earnings. It's nonsense to just get people going. And the fact that we have social media, everybody can get going. Everybody can have an opinion. Everybody can come out here and blame tariffs, which is probably not the majority of the case. It is on paper because they're writing the papers. I mean, nobody is truly looking at what actually drives inflation. They are so myopic in their thinking, saying it's tariffs and trade. It's not tariffs and trade. It is tariffs and trade. Don't get me wrong. It's a part of the pie, but it's not. There's so much more to it. With every single thing, there's a push and pull. There's an equal and opposite reaction. And you want to talk about inflation? Look at oil. That's what you should really be focusing on. And look at this. Excluding volatile food and energy prices. It bothers me so much that number is excluded because this number doesn't mean anything. To you and me, who are the average consumer, if you take out food and energy, it doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. It's mind-blowing that we focus on this. Mind-blowing that we focus on this. It's crazy. So if you really want to worry about this stuff, I don't know. You're going to get driven crazy, just like I'm being driven crazy. Tim sent this over to me this morning. I never look at this, ever. But he said, can you make a video? I said, yes, I can make a video. And now I'm all riled up for no reason. And this is why I don't look at this stuff, because it doesn't matter. I haven't known the CPI rate for the past 12 to 18 months. What's changed in my life? Nothing. I'm still paying a ton of money at the pump, and I'm still paying a ton of money for food to put on the table. Literally nothing has changed. You put CPI at 9%, you put CPI at 3%, it still costs me $100 to go buy 6 things at the grocery store. Think about it realistically. Don't let the media suck you into this crap because it's total nonsense. If you like videos like this, subscribe to the channel. We do them every so often. This one I got a little carried away with. This kind of stuff drives me crazy. Stick around. There will be another one soon. You guys have a great day. See ya.